Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to this week's classes. I hope you're all okay. This is Carlos, your teacher, and let's begin. Okay, people, we're starting here in our book, in our students' book, and we have the page 38, Unit 4. Okay, this is our last lesson um, from this unit. So let's begin. This is lesson 3, and lesson three's name is Early Birds and Night Owls. Okay, so the first activity that you're going to find here is a reading about early birds and night owls. That means like people who wake up early and people who prefer to work at night, for example, or do things at night. Okay, night owls. And well, the idea is to complete the text with these words, the words that are given in this little box. Okay, so as you can see, these words are very important because yes, we are still working with the past, the present simple. Sorry, we're still working with the present simple, and well, as you can see, it's the fourth time we get to see the present simple in this year. But believe me, this is the last time. This is the very last time. Okay, so we're not working with the present simple anymore because we already understood it. We have already worked on it a lot, and you know. Okay, so to continue, it says doesn't feel, doesn't go, doesn't wake up, feels, goes, and wakes up. Okay, so this is very important because here is where we start. We start taking a look at the real deal of this lesson, which is the third person in the present simple. So what does it mean? What is the third person? Well, the third person is just a person who is not you and who is not me, but it's he or she or even it. Okay, so those three friends of ours are the third person. Okay, so as you can see, I'm going to use the text tool to let you know better, no? So we're talking about he, we're talking about she, and we're talking about it. Okay? So we all know them as the third person. Third person. So in Spanish, this would be like tercera persona. ¿Sí? La tercera persona serían ellos. They would be the third person in English. All right. So three of them are called tercera persona, and they are used in a very different way when talking about the present simple, because to use them we have to use special things. Yes, so let's go back to the book before I show you anything. It says, well, doesn't feel, doesn't go, doesn't wake up. What do they have in common? What do you think? Yes, they have in common the word doesn't and doesn't. Okay, very good. And this is for the negative form. Only for the negative we use doesn't, and doesn't. Okay, but here, for example, in these three verbs under here, what do they have in common? Feels, goes, and wakes. The common thing is the s at the very end of the word. Very good. Okay, that is correct. So remember, um, feel, you can say I feel good, like the song, um, but when you are using it for the third person, he, she, or it, you have to use the s. Okay, so you cannot say something like I feels but he feels. All right, so that is the correct thing. Lo correcto es colocarle la s al final cuando estamos hablando en presente simple para los sujetos que son he, she o it. Eso es lo que las hace especiales a las terceras personas en inglés. Ok, so any verb, cualquier verbo, ok, diferente de be, ¿sí? Any verb. Different from be. Different from be. Okay? And the modals. We all know the modals. They are like can, could, may, might, all of those verbs are the modals, okay? Should, etc. Any verb different from being the modal, take an S at the end. Take an S, let's quote it, at the end. Yes, so this is very important. This thing is very important because here is when you understand that any verb different from be and the modals take an S at the end when using it for the third person. Teacher, can you give us an example? Sure do. Pay attention. Um, I feel bad, for example, no? But what about he? How does he feel? He feel, sorry, feels bad. Differences, there are many, okay? First of all, I is the first person, okay? I es primera persona, o sea, yo. He is the third person, okay? Como es la tercera persona, entonces debe llevar esa S ahí, al final, okay? It takes an S at the very end, all right? He feels bad, okay. ¿Cómo agregar la S? You already know it, how to add it. It's very simple. So there are some irregulars like go, do. I don't remember this very moment, but there is another one that take es at the end, okay? It's because they end in o, porque terminan en o. Entonces eso como que los hace irregulares y por eso cambian a es, ¿no? The rest is wake, wake ya termina en e, entonces lo único que hago es agregarle una s. Entonces wakes up, ¿ok? Recuerden que aún si la E está entre la K y la S, esa E no va a sonar. Tú no dices wakes, no, o wakes, no. Wakes up, ¿ok? Be careful with pronunciation. Míralo acá, wake, wake up, ¿sí? And that is for the affirmative, no? That is for the affirmative. You say, he feels good, he feels bad, he goes to the store, he wakes up late, or he wakes up early. That depends on the person. Well, you use it for the affirmative, but for the negative, you are using doesn't, okay? Which is the difference, which is different from don't, okay? Doesn't and don't, okay? Doesn't, in this case, mes amis, my friends, is used with the third person. Doesn't is used with the third person, okay? Se utiliza con la tercera persona. Who can remind me what the third person subjects are? ¿Quién me recuerda cuáles son los sujetos de la tercera persona? Very good. They are he, she, and it. Okay? So remember that. Remember that. That is the third person. Esta es la tercera persona. Ellos tres son los que forman la tercera persona. Y a ellos tres siempre les voy a decir en su forma negativa, doesn't. ¿Y don't para quién es? Pues para los demás. ¿Y quiénes son los demás? Can you remind me the others? Los demás son I, very good. What's the next one? You, They, okay. And we, very good. Are you, they, we, or are you, we, they, como los quieran ver. It's the same, ¿no? Y todos ellos van con don't. Entonces, cada vez que ustedes quieran decir algo en forma negativa, o sea, I don't like sugar, for example, I don't know, pues si es una de estas personas, van con don't. Pero si son estas tres especiales, estas tres third person, van con doesn't. In the negative form, okay? So that's it. This is the grammar part over here. You're teaching, they are teaching you how to put the S at the very end of the verb when we're talking about he, she, it. And he, she, it go with doesn't if negative. Okay? The others are don't. Very easy, no? Very simple. So that's what we have to do here. Next, the exercise over here is about Enrico, what's his last name? Martinez, Enrico Martinez. And he's like a musician or something. And well, he has a routine. Now remember that we are using the the present simple to talk about routines, because that is one of the most common uses for the present simple. In this part, we have a vocabulary about daily routine. And this is the second part of the daily routine. Remember the other one we saw before? This is the second part. Okay, but this time we are using Enrico's life or Enrico's routine. You can see him to go deeper. No, remember that these audios are found in the on the HelpLink platform. You already know how to enter them. If you don't remember, I will leave the tutorial um, along with the module on the Tableau in Classroom. Okay, so don't worry. Well, he goes to sleep late. Look, he goes because it's he. Okay, he gets dressed. He brushes his teeth, o sea, se cepilla los dientes, and washes his face. Okay, ya saben que si terminan en H, bueno, en SH, le agregan ES, washes, washes, okay, brushes. Y ahí sí suena la E, okay. Then he gets into bed and plays the guitar, okay. Very easy. Well, gets out of bed, gets back into bed, and takes a bath or a shower. Don't matter. All right. This is Enrico's life. Okay. The description of what to do is here. It's very simple. Okay. Well, and here in point number 3, it is very interesting because it says make negative statements about Enrico's routine. Agree or disagree with your partner. Well, this is not necessary, but making the negative statements, it is necessary. It is very nice to work on it because here, for example, we have some things that are true and well, what about the ones that are not true? Or what about turning these ones into negative? That's better, no? We are going, in point number 3, we are going to turn all of these sentences into negative, okay? So that we will practice, okay? Si no se entiende, entonces se los digo en español. Y en el punto número 3 lo que vamos a hacer es que vamos a coger todas estas oraciones de la 4 a la 7 y las vamos a escribir o a reescribir de forma negativa, ¿ok? Si no les cabe en el librito, entonces utilicen los cuadernos, very easy. Si no, pues una hojita y la pegan en el cuaderno, whatever, okay? You know that we will have no problems for that. Okay, to continue, the next page shows, what is that? Let's zoom in. 7 things to know about early birds and night owls. They're still talking about these kinds of people. 7 things to know about them. Let's say people think that are lazy. Well, which ones? Early birds or night owls? Okay, so you complete this with that information. Okay. Here in point number 5, I think it is important to do it because are you an early bird or or a night owl? And then you give 1 or 2 examples from your daily routine. This is really interesting because here you can practice it and tell us at the same time about your daily routine, okay? And this is very important because it has to do with the first activity we're going to score this week. Con la primera actividad que vamos a calificar esta semana tiene que ver mucho este puntito número 5 de acá. So keep that in mind, okay? Then, well, this is not necessary. And then we come to this listening part. They say, listen to the first part of an interview with Martin and Kay, blah, blah, blah. You know where to find it. You know where to find it. And then you do this about this listening, okay? Listen to the second part of the interview. Look, this is track 58 and this is track 59. Ya saben dónde encontrar esos tracks. Ya pueden entrar a HelpLink Platform y ahí los pueden escuchar en línea. Y recuerden que el tutorial para hacerlo está en el tablón junto con el módulo número 2. Okay, don't worry. And then we have this vocabulary, time 2. This is another way to say the time, ¿no? Like otra forma de decir la hora, ¿sí? Porque hay demasiadas formas de decirlas, pero bueno, pues it's really easy to tell the truth, ¿no? So 20 to 12, so 20 para las 12, ¿no? 10 to 1, 10 para la 1, ¿sí? Miren que igual como se dice en español, también se puede decir en inglés, ¿ok? So, never mind. Well, so this brings us to the end of the exercise in these two first pages, no? And then remember to work on the workbook as well in lesson 3, no? So we have already worked on lesson 1, lesson 2, and now that we finished lesson 3, we're going to work on lesson 3. In case there is a listening, ¿sí? En caso de que haya un listening, por ejemplo, este pequeñito y este grande acá, ya saben también dónde encontrarlo. El tutorial de cómo encontrarlos en HelpLink Platform está junto al módulo siempre, okay? So don't worry about it. Okay, now that we finished lesson 3, we're gonna work on vocabulary plus and language in action, okay? So vocabulary plus, it's simple, no? They are simple exercises. They have to do with the vocabulary that we have worked on in class. And well, this is our transportation. You're gonna know the name of these things or these means of transportation. See, then you complete them. See, with the missing vowels. For this purpose, you need to listen to audio 61. You know where to find it. And then it says in number 2 says match the words in exercise 1 with the photos. Okay, so what words? These words, you match them with the photos, no? Like helicopter, plane, metro, I don't know, car, whatever, no? You got it. You just match them, no? Or write either the letters here or the numbers in the images, and that's it. It's very simple. Talk about the types of transportation in exercise 1, which are expensive, fast, slow. This applies for Colombia, no? Well, you say, for example, in Colombia, traveling by helicopter is so expensive. It's like 400,000 pesos to go to the airport, only for one single person. So wow, it's kind of expensive, you know. Well, whatever. That is number 3. And number 4, how do you travel? ¿Cómo viajas? Complete the sentences with a verb. Take, drive, ride, go. Miren que ellos les dan como las opciones ahí. And type of transportation, ¿no? When I go on vacation in the summer, when I visit my friend, for example, ¿no? Y lo completan con esa información de acá que dice, well, when I go on vacation in the summer, I don't know, we take an airplane to Europe or whatever, no? It's up to you. It's what you do. And yes, you can invent and you can make up information here that is not real. No problem. Okay? That's it. That's very simple. This focus on have is for you to understand that have, the verb have, o sea, el verbo have, se puede combinar de estas maneras que les muestra el cuadrito, ¿no? So, don't worry. Okay, you can have a meal, you can have a food, well, have a plus food, o sea, have a sandwich, for example, or have a hot dog, and you can have a drink like have a soda or whatever, ¿no? Or have a meal. Meal es como una de las 3 comidas del día. I'm gonna have lunch or I have breakfast, all right? It's very simple. That's it. Okay, guys, so in this part is evacuated, and now they say language in action, expressing interest, o sea, expresar interés. Esto, pues, sencillito, lo pueden hacer escuchando los audios. You listen to the audios, not much to explain over here because this part is not like very complex. Listening and listening, this is more for you to practice your listening skills or abilities. And that's it. That brings us to the end of the video. Remember that this week we have a quiz, okay? All the information for the quiz is in the module, so don't worry. Toda la información está en el módulo, no se preocupen. Y no lo vamos a hacer hoy mismo, no, o sea, así ya, no. Don't worry, todo está programado, okay? So, people, be happy. Los temas para el quiz ya están en Master, lo pueden chequear. And that's it. Have a very nice day. Good fight. Good night. And don't forget to work on the online platform, the HelpLink platform. And don't forget, please, to work on the workbook. Okay? Bye.